Hi guys, as requested, I am going to show you how to recreate this look that I did. I posted a picture on Instagram and you guys wanted to see a tutorial on it, so here we go. I used my ItsJudyTime palette for this. And please excuse my voice, I'm a little bit congested right now. But, I mean, you know, it's all good. So, I'm just using the really nice camel color from the palette. It's a matte, and I'm using a large fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to place that in the crease like I always do. This is a really good transition color. It makes the eyeshadow really warm, and it's just really helpful to place this color in the crease for blending. Putting down a transition color first makes all the difference. It makes everything afterwards so much easier. So that is probably one of the best things that I've learned. I'm pointing at this color, but this is not the color that I'm actually using. I meant to point to the one next to it, which is a really dark brown. So I'm going to take that dark brown with a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to place this on the outer half of my eyelid, staying right underneath the crease. And I really want to pack on this color. I really want to make it nice and dark and smoky out there. And I like how it kind of even looks almost like a burgundy. It's a really beautiful color. It's very, very warm. It looks like it's a dark brown in the palette, but once you start to blend it out, it kind of has really nice red undertones. So I'm just packing on most of the color on the outer half and then slowly blending it out. And then I'm going to take this one here, the one that I was pointing at before. It's a really nice, soft, warm red brown. And with a 217 by MAC, I'm just going to put that in the crease to help blend out the darker brown and the transition color. So you just want to work the color back and forth. You can see that I'm kind of bringing that color into the crease, but mainly focusing the color on the outer half. And you just really want to smoke it out and blend it out, make everything really soft and smoky. Now I'm going to go in with this metallic color from the palette. It's a nice, really pretty copper. And I'm just going to take my finger and press it onto the lid. And I'm just going to press it onto the center of my lid on the balls of my eye. And I find that it works best just using your finger. It makes it really metallic, it makes it really saturated. So I'm just pushing that onto the lid, and then you can always make it as dark or as saturated as you want. You just keep adding the color. And so I want it to be pretty shiny, so I'm making sure to add on lots and lots of eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with this color, the highlight from the palette, and I'm going to place it in the inner tear duct area. I always like doing this, especially for the shape of my eyes. I really need to put that highlight right here in the inner tear duct. And then I'm always going to put a little bit underneath the brow as well to lift up the brow and to highlight everything. And it also helps to blend out the transition color. Makes everything really soft. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite eyeliners at the moment. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Baked, and I'm going to put it in the waterline as well as the lower lash line. And it doesn't really have to be very perfect because I'm going to go in with the copper color from the palette, from the ItsJudyTime palette, with a smaller brush, and I'm just going to place that right above the eyeliner. So you don't have to be super neat with it. So you just take this color from the palette, and with a brush, you're just going to place it right on top of that, and it's going to help blend everything out. And it's also going to set that eyeliner, make everything last really long. And I'm just using a Real Techniques brush for this. I really love this brush for underneath the lower lash line. It's the perfect size, and it blends out everything so easily. And now, just because I want my eyes to be super bright, I'm using Nylon from MAC. This is the perfect highlight color, and I'm putting that in the inner tear duct area because I want this area to be really bright and metallic and I just want to bring a lot of light to this area. And this is the perfect color. I've been loving this eyeshadow. It's like now I can't put any other color in the tear duct area because it's just not as good. And now I'm just going to create my winged eyeliner. As always, I'm using Immortal gel liner from Geek. It's one of my favorite eyeliners. And I'm just going to create a pretty dramatic wing. And you guys know the drill. I always start off at the end and then I go down and create an upside down triangle and then fill that in, and then just kind of start to fill in all the gaps and bring the eyeliner closer to the tear duct. This is the easiest way to do eyeliner for myself. I find that it works really easy. So you can see here, it didn't take me very long at all to do my wing liner. And you know, just keep practicing and you guys will be just as quick. And for lashes, I'm using these lashes from House of Lashes and Iconic. These are my absolute favorite. I love these lashes. They are so pretty and wispy. And yeah, I get lots of compliments when I use these lashes. So here is the completed look. It's very simple, but it has all the really nice metallic color underneath and in the inner tear duct that I really like. It's very bright and smoky at the same time. And for blush, I'm using Bellisima from Kat Von D. This is one of my favorite all-time blushes. I love the color. It just warms up your face without being too dramatic. And I also ordered some Geek blushes, so I'm super excited. They have already been shipped, so I will be using those in some future tutorials, so keep an eye out for those. I'm super excited. I love Geek products. And yeah, so I'm just putting that on the apples of the cheeks and then blending it out. And then for my lips, I'm going to use this lip spackle by Laura Geller, and I'm using a synthetic fluffy brush for that. It's just going to erase my lips. It kind of looks like a concealer, but it's really light. It almost feels like a powder once you put it on. And I'm just going to do that to really wipe out my lips because I'm using a nude and I want it to be true to the color of the lipstick. And the lipstick that I'm wearing today is by Flower. It's by Drew Barrymore and it's sold exclusively at Walmart. And it is the color Apricot Blossom. It is such a beautiful color. I am so sad that I forgot about these. I was looking in my drawer and I found that one and I was like, ooh, this is perfect. And this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial and found it helpful. I really love the ItsJudyTime palette. It is one of my favorite all-time go-to palettes that I love to use almost every day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.